Do you understand it? And if you do, what does it mean to you? Write me and tell me your views. Go to my website, todayandnow.net. Write to me and tell me what you think about that. Mr. Joseph Nyaringo, I spoke with the president of KGU, Mr. Alex Momanyi. He's very passionate. He talked about how the president of Kenya and the prime minister of Kenya handled the American ambassador in Kenya. I know you are aware about that. What do you say on that issue, how they dealt with him?
I think the Prime Minister of Kenya and the President of Kenya, they are wrong. The Prime Minister, the ambassador, the American ambassador to Kenya, Mr. Michael Randberger, is a true friend of the Kenyan people. He doesn't need to be a good friend to the Prime Minister or the President. I understand the ideals the American society stands for is to see the success of the Kenyan people. And that's the policy that the ambassador has always envisioned. And I don't believe that the American ambassador deserves any criticism from the current administration in Kenya.
But don't the president have a right to criticize, or the prime minister, if somebody does something which they don't like? Don't they have a right to criticize?
Based on my analysis, I don't think whether the American ambassador made any mistake.
But if he does, in case he does, don't they have a right to criticize?
You know, there is a rules of engagement in diplomacy. If we go beyond the boundaries, the leadership of Kenya have a right to say no. You're overstepping the boundaries. But as at now, I don't think whether the American ambassador has overstepped the boundaries.
I tend to think that they have a right, because if I were president today, if somebody says something, I have a right to say no. But the way they do it is what I think was not right. Because they did it on public, they went to the television and made noise about what the ambassador did. But to criticize itself, like you are going beyond the boundary, is not a problem, because they are the leaders of the people, right? Correct. You agree with me that?
Yes.
But the way they did it maybe is the way which was not diplomatic, as Mr. Alex said. Correct. Mr. Alex said that I don't not agree the way they handled the kids. They could have used diplomatic channels. You agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you, because that's a diplomat representing the American interests in Kenya. And those are the Kenyan leaders. They could have gone to a round table and they have a discussion, one-on-one discussion, but not going to a stadium before multitudes of 10,000, hundreds of thousands of people to start a punching holes on the American ambassador.
I am so delighted that America is assisting many developing countries to see what democracy is all about. But at the same time, I want those developing countries to think about democracy and they handle it in their own way. They do it in a transparent manner, and they do it bravely without being in a hurry, making sure that nobody is stumbled on or nobody is left behind. And as we speak today, many Kenyans all over the world, they are very knowledgeable, they are aware about issues going on in their country, they have a right to speak, and the leaders of Kenya, if you are watching or listening, you know that Kenyans are listening and they're watching. So do the right thing and do the right thing nicely, because we are watching, because we want to build our country together. And together we can make our country prosperous. Mr. Joseph Nyaringo, tell me about 2012. Are you going to stand? You ran last time. Are you going to run?
Yes, I think politics is a passion. I believe in social justice, political and social empowerment for people. I'll try again. And this time I intend to win.
Hallelujah.
I tested the political waters and
now the country has made a new constitution. How do you feel about that new constitution, which has been a reflection of the American Constitution?
I think it's a good constitution, although we are going to have plotted a very broad structure of the legislature. I think it's a good constitution because they borrowed a lot from the American model, because the American model is the best democracy in the world.
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to catalyze the ideals of justice and democracy in our land. I look forward. Right now, we're going to have two tiers of we're going to have the Senate and the Parliament. We are going to have senators
and Congress
and the Congress and the MPs. So
what do you say to those people who live in Minnesota, in New Jersey? There are so many people I know who have Many of them, I've met them, they want to go back in 2012 and run for office. What advice do you have for them?
I think the best thing, let them join Kenya Global Unity, because we have a common dream to catalyze change in our society. Let them come to KGU, bring the ideas, the vision for the Kenyan people at home and abroad, so that we can struggle together. And as KGU, we don't believe in the monopoly of ideas. We welcome all characters. We welcome diverse minds to be able to sit down and forge ahead what's dear and what's better for the Kenyan people.
If you are watching this, or this is Today and Now, you might be wondering, like, why are we talking about issues abroad? We are talking about issues abroad because the people from this country, Kenya, many of them live in this country. Many of them participate in developing and building this country where they are. They have learned a lot, they have experience, and they have a right to build their country. So I'm asking them, what ideas do they have to build their country? What have they learned from this great land that they are going to apply in building Kenya? And how are they going to do those things? Due to the fact that we have internet, due to the fact that the whole world has become a small village, we deal with issues here today, the same issues they are dealing with in Canada or in Australia or in Europe. We are in a global village. If one thing affects this community, it affects everybody. When terrorists strike here, they strike everywhere. We want to make our society a safer place. And by using this means of communication, I have said before, and I say again, by sharing information and by telling our story, we are able to understand one another. And that's why we are here, and that's what I've been doing for the whole year, and will continue to do until we see progress. I want to ask you a very big question regarding education. Our people, many people who come to this country, they have big dreams, as you have already said. Many come to go to school, and they fall short of going to school. I heard that the school fees is too high in the colleges, and therefore they drop out, or they don't have enough time to go to school, at the same time work to keep life going. What advice do you have for those people who have not come to this land yet, who are yet to come?
I think, first of all, I want to encourage our brothers and sisters in Kenya who have a passion to come to overseas for further studies. It can be in the United Kingdom, Australia, or the United States. You know, because I believe in traveling is part of learning.
Absolutely. The more you travel, the more things you know, the more people you meet. Yeah,
but I, you know, in as much as they say going to the West, you're gonna get opportunity for economic empowerment and academic empowerment. You need to balance the question. Aspire to achieve academically, and aspire to achieve in the economic sphere. It's better to balance both, because there's no reason why you should come as a student. That's the reason why many of us find ourselves in problems with immigration. You know, if you come as a student, try to balance, go to school. I know it is very expensive for international students, but truly it's better to balance, acquire the knowledge, and also pursue the financial dream.
Absolutely. So work at the same time go to school. It's so tough. I know it's very difficult because paying the school fees tuition is very expensive. And as you know, the economy has gone so bad. It's not easy even to find jobs, leave alone the foreign students, even the residents, Americans themselves. Many people have been laid out of work. So it's so difficult to find jobs. But still, I believe they should not forget about their dream.
Excellent. I just want to remind the Kenyans who may see this clip to remember one thing. Not when they are coming this way, they should not overstretch their expectations. You know, the challenges, the current economic crunch is affecting even the developed nations. Japan, the United States, the United Kingdom. This is a crunch that's affecting the Eastern Bloc and the Western Bloc. So when they come to America,
nobody is spared.
Nobody is spared. Even the locals, as you have mentioned, they are affected.
We have 5 minutes left, and we are going to go. I want to ask you to say something to the Kenyans who are watching in Nairobi, in London, and those, of course, like Dr. Sam Muchudu, who has internet every day, who watches our show, what can you tell them at this holiday season?
Thank you, and my brother Job. First of all, I want to remind the members and the sympathizers of the Kenya Global Unity, wherever they are, maybe in Europe, in Asia, in Africa. I want to encourage the organizations that are in existence abroad that represent the interest of the Kenyan people. There is Mageuzi, which is led by Dr. Shemo Jodo in Southern Sudan. Mm-hmm. There is a Kenya Comment Abroad, which is led by Dr. John Maina in Boston. Mm-hmm. There is a Kenya for Change, which is led by Ep Mwasomi. Mm-hmm. There is a DMK, which is led by Robinson Gishui. I encourage these brothers and sisters to join the Kenya Global Unit so that we can be able to fight together and champion what is good for the Kenyan people at home and abroad. And Brother Job, I just want to remind the officials of the Kenya Global Unit that we are going to work together. Mr. Alex Momanyi is doing a very excellent job. Dr. Barak Yabonyo is doing a very great job. Mr. Julius Ocheng from Arizona is doing a very great job. Philip Ungugi in the United Kingdom, Davis Wanyama, they are doing a very great job, and Mohamed Habdi. I encourage them to work an extra mile because KGU is on the takeoff stage. Challenges will always be there. We welcome positive criticism because without criticism, we cannot improve. We welcome those who have tangible ideas to come on board, to come with the resources, to come with the positive energy, to come with every available knowledge and build the organization, and we bring it up.
We have 1 minute left. Tell me about New Hampshire. You just came to New Hampshire now. Do you like our state?
I like it. It is very quiet. I'll come back. And who knows, I may move here because America is one. The ideals are the same. I'm very much impressed with what I'm seeing out there.
I want to say thank you for coming. And that's all the time we had. Thank you so much for sharing your information with us. And I wish you all the best and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I hope you invite more KGO officials to come to your show. Joe.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
That has been Joseph Lister Nyaringo, the Secretary General, Kenya Global Unity. As I told you before, my name is Joe Bombati. I live here in Manchester. This is just your show. Watch our show every week, please, if you can. And if you cannot on Fridays, then you can see us on Sunday, on Monday, and on Tuesday. We are always on here. We discuss about issues that you consider important in your life, and if you have some suggestions, contact me. As he said, we build our community here where we live, and we build our community back home. If we work together, if we have a common aspiration to live in a very safe environment, where everybody is able to get a job, get clean water and safety, and the children can go to school. This is what we want for everybody. Merry Christmas to you, all of you who have been supporting us, and Merry Christmas to everyone who has been watching our show. May God bless you all, and we'll see you next year. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.